Okay, so we know tomorrow is the last day of the month, and I have already worked through my primary account, making sure my level ones are all in a good space. Like there's no credit card declines, or I feel like they're in a good spot with their order. I've just done those people, but I haven't gone to my reentry. Is anyone else behind making sure all their level ones are closing out the month? Okay, that's the first thing that we're going to work on. I just want to go to all of them, and I'm going to tell you what came to my mind. I've got this gal that sells makeup that I order, and I always feel like I'm dogging people. I don't mean to be dogging people. I'm not trying to be ugly. I just like to think, okay, how would I want to be treated? And so she only messages me when she wants to tell me about a contest she's doing for makeup and do I want to participate in this contest? And I'm like, no, but could you help me with my makeup? So I thought, what would I want her to say to me? And it realized, like, so simple, just a random message that says, "Hey, I just want to tell you thank you for ordering me from me. It's been like a year and you've ordered consistently and it just means a lot." Literally that would be it. And I thought, I don't do that very well. So I have been working on going to people and saying, "Have I said thank you for consistently ordering for the last however many months? I just hope you know how much that means to me and how excited it makes me that you're taking care of yourself and feeling better." So just kind of that gratitude. So I'm going to go close out my month with my level ones. Let me give you the rest of what we're going to work through today, just so you have a heads up. Then we're going to get into inviting, and we're going to invite people to this listen and learn tonight. And don't just invite people that are already using the products. If you have, or excuse me, that aren't using the products, I like to invite people that are already using the products with me, because I don't want to be the person that's sitting there like regurgitating information to them. Because, first of all, I don't think they'll listen to everything I'm saying. It's just too much. But a quick, fun event that does it for me. And here I have all these level ones that maybe just know about Plexus because of me, and that's it. But to see that, and I sometimes even incentivize, if I know somebody's a hard nut to crack, I'm like, "Hey, how would you feel about having coffee on me if you hop on a 20-minute Zoom tonight?" They're like, "All right, tell me more." So if you have to do that, do it. Is it worth the $5 to get them on there and see and have that vision cast for them? You decide. Go with your gut on that one. So we're going to get into inviting people to that event. Then I want to let you know that we're doing a book study in September. We talked about this before. I'll have the graphic. I can go ahead and put it into the Power Hour chat. But it's going to be on Monday nights. And hold on, I'm putting it in that chat just so you guys have it. Takes me a second to, okay. So it's a 4-week book study, and we're using John Maxwell's book. I think it's called 21 Qualities of a Leader. Let me double check. And that 21 Qualities of a Leader, it has a little subtitle. I'm putting this in the chat right now. And it says on the subtitle, "Becoming the person others will want to follow." And that just speaks so much to me, because there are people that will get followers because they make them feel less than them. Do you understand what I mean by that? Like, you follow people that seem like they have everything perfect. Their nails are never chipped. Their hair looks amazing. Their house looks amazing. Their kids look obedient. Their husband's madly in love with them. Like, they never overdraw their account. Like, they don't have any credit card debt. Like, they're just like the upper tier of humanity. And you watch them to abuse yourself. You're like, "Oh, I'm just not good enough." I don't think that's the kind of followers that we all want, right? Like, I don't want anyone to ever feel that way. I don't think my life would ever make anyone feel that way, but we're looking for people that want to follow us because of who we are and how we make them feel in a good way. And I love that John Maxwell says, you're not a leader if you turn around and look and no one is following you. You do want followers. That's not a bad word. Although my girlfriend says we should only be following Jesus. I was like, well, you're just picking the word apart. Okay. It's good to have followers because we're bringing people into a happier way of living. And it's beautiful. So it's called, I put it in the Power Hour chat, the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader, becoming a person others will want to follow. So it'll be on Monday nights from 7 to 7:45 Central Standard Time. So that's 8 to 8:45 Eastern. And we'll just do it for 4 weeks. So it's the 20th, the 27th, and then the 4th and the 11th of October. And then about a week and a half or so after that, we'll have our Nashville retreat. There are some spaces still left. So that's going to be super fun. And on Saturday night, we have something ridiculous planned, and it's going to be so much fun. I hope nobody records anything that happens there. So the event tonight, the book study, and then we're going to plan out our posts for the 4 weeks of September. And I'm going to tell you more about that. But we're going to do what we call a 21-day reset. And if you're on your wellness community, you know that that's our testimony page that we've been adding some layers of, just natural wellness, learning about ingredients, getting some fun recipes. So we're going to do a 21-day reset on that page. And this isn't going to be all the details. You got to order this and it's got to be 84 PV and you got to whatever. We're not going to do that. It's just a free tool for people to all get healthy together. And that I think is going to be really important because I think there's like 18,000 people on that page. Why shouldn't we take advantage of the fact that these people are on there watching and wanting to be challenged to kind of up level their health? So all of that was a lot to take in. I just gave you a fire hydrant. So we're going to start right now by making sure we have touched base with every level 1 that we have. If someone's not at a PV point yet and you want to get them up, I want you to think about this. The one thing people hate about network marketers is that they don't hear from them until the end of the month. So if you see them sitting at 47 PV and you wish that they were at 50, I say too bad, sister. That's what I say, because you should have noticed that a couple weeks ago. So right now is not that time. Right now is that time to make sure. I wanted to make sure that you got all the products that you wanted, that you feel taken care of, and that you know how much I appreciate that you've stayed consistent. Have I said that lately? You want to make sure that you are turning the script because they expect you to be like, I'm going to lose my pink Cadillac. Can you help me get some more blush or whatever? Like, you have to make sure that you are doing it in the way that shocks and surprises. They're like, man, she doesn't treat me like a number or like a customer even. She treats me like a valuable part of her organization. So that's what I'm going to go do and make sure everyone feels that for the next 15 minutes. And then we'll come back together and work on the other stuff we talked about. Okay, so a couple things. How do you say your name? Is it Kalia? Kayla? Kayla. Kayla? Okay, good. So
Yes.
that listen and learn, it's me, Sarah Randolph. Um, oh my gosh, why can't I think of who the other person is? Oh, Tabitha. It's a couple of gals that we're going to get on. I'm going to start off by telling them what the products are. And I'm not going to go through each individual one, but kind of like the idea of the product line, the anchor products. I'm going to do that in like 5 minutes or less. Then we're going to have a health testimony. Then Sarah's going to share about the business opportunity and really kind of like knock off the objections. We have this visual of, when people set up, well, if you live in the country, you know this, they set up like cans on a fence and they shoot them off. It sounds ridiculous that I'm telling you that, but that visual of, do you have to have inventory? Nope. Do you have to do this? Nope. So she's going to go through that. And then we have a business testimony, and then we'll have a really hard call to action at the end. And our goal is to try to do it in 20 minutes or less. So it's a really good way to get people already using the products to kind of see and hear more about the vision. It's a good way to get potentials. And it's also good for people that are working the business to watch it and learn and then duplicate that themselves, like do an event just like that themselves. So I actually still am not done with my level ones, but I'm working through it. I wanted to make sure that everybody is set up in the right spot. And you guys know the normal end of business. You know that you have to make sure people are at 100 PV if they want to make commission. There is just literally nothing worse than missing that for someone. And I know you're thinking, well, they're adults and they need to be able to pay attention. Well, a lot of these people, they didn't really join to have a business like this. And they were willing to go and do that referral for the first 3 because we told them it would cover the cost of their products. But they weren't wanting to get all in and like know the history of Plexus and want to hang out with Tarl and like all the things. That's not what they wanted. And so, yeah, we are going to take care of them. We have a really unusual business model. So yeah, we are going to take care of them and tell them what's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about September. So I have a couple of things written down. September 7th through the 27th, we're going to do that 21-day reset on your wellness community. And there's going to be a form that they can print off, and every day they just check that they did the 4 things we said they needed to do. It's about getting into activity like movement, water, taking their supplements. I think the other one's like clean eating. We have this whole form. And then whoever submits that form after the 21 days, having completed it all by a certain amount, or has, I don't know if we'll assign points or what, but there'll be a prize for it. But the goal is to get them really focusing on their health. So when I look at September, and unless you've already planned this for yourself, this is what I'm going to do. I would recommend it for you too. The first week of September, all of my posting about Plexus is going to be about that 21-day reset. And I might share different healthy tips that we're going to be sharing there. So the whole first week, it's going to be like, what is a reset and why should you reset? And what is detox? And what are some ingredients in the products that help your body reset? I'm going to just focus on that. That's going to be my whole theme for that first week. The second week of September, I'm going to focus all on the opportunity. Well, that's strategic because the second week of September, the jewels and the diamonds are in Mexico on the Emerald Extravaganza and Diamond Destination. I'm going to grab their pictures from those trips and be posting about, this is my friend so-and-so, and she started the business this many years ago, and look where she is now. I'm going to be sharing all about the opportunity week 2 of September. You might think, well, that might get boring if I post the same kind of stuff every day for a week. Well, you're assuming that people see your post. You're like, I made a really good post and nobody saw that and nobody commented. Well, it's because you really have to be committed to a topic. And eventually it becomes like that whole idea of you buy a white Lexus and suddenly you see a white Lexus everywhere you go. Same idea. They see posts about the opportunity over and over again. Then finally they're like, I think maybe I'm supposed to take advantage of this opportunity. So that's what you're working on. The third week, I'm going to focus all on gut health. So I might talk about different products that help gut health. I might talk about things people struggle with when they don't have good gut health. I might share testimonies from your wellness community about people that have worked on their gut health. And then the final week, I'm going to focus on weight loss. And the thing about weight loss is if you go to the Back to Fitness page, and that's the page we've been doing a challenge every month, and you go to the photos, since January, we've done a competition every month. There are hundreds of before after pictures from people using our products, and they're amazing. Like you're going to look at them and be like, is that real? Did they Photoshop that? That's how good they are. So you can grab those and say, look at what Plexus has done for these people in the last year. When people are doing quarantine 15, we ain't doing that, because look what people accomplished in this time frame. So that fourth week, you can focus all on weight loss. So what we do now is we start getting the content together. You sit down and say, okay, if I'm going to be focusing on the opportunity, here are the things I know I'm going to need. I'm going to need a picture of me working on my phone. So that might be one thing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call my 13-year-old in here and say, make sure you use the right filter. And will you take a picture of me working on my phone? I'm gonna get all the content that I need now. So then I have no excuses for not making that post later on. If I'm working on the gut health, I might do a picture. And I love this time of day because I have a window right here. I don't know if you can see it. Do you see that window? I love that window because I can put the phone on the ledge. I hold my product up, and that light is just the best for pictures, like better than any ring light that I have back here. And I have to wait till I shower, but I might grab some gut health products and do some pictures and have those ready. I might go ahead and grab some of my favorite gut health testimonies, and I have it all ready so that when that week comes, I'm not scrambling trying to think about what to post, or worst thing ever, copying and pasting one I just saw from someone else. No, no, ma'am. Okay. So you can totally use other people's posts sometimes, but if that is your whole way of posting, is always just taking what you see and slopping it up there, no one ever gets to know you. And that's what I want them to know. And I want them to trust you. And I want you to attract people that you could serve because they relate to you. And finally, the weight loss. If you're sitting here going, I hate talking about weight loss because I haven't lost weight or I'm not losing weight. Well, number one, are you trying? Are you trying to lose weight? And if you're not, then let's let that be a moment where you're like, that hurt, because I can say that because I struggle with weight loss, and so I'm not being mean. Like, I understand. So maybe it's time for you to recommit or make a promise to yourself, or make a public proclamation saying, I've decided I'm going to give up blank, blank, and blank to help support the products that I've been taking, because I know they're not magic like potions. They're just supporting my decisions. And so I would definitely focus on that. But weight loss, whether you like it or not, weight loss does bring a level of better health and better confidence. It just does. And it lowers cholesterol when you start eating better, and it takes care of you for the long run. It's anti-aging when you take care of your health. And you don't have to wear a bikini and be a supermodel. Like, when I start to notice that this right here doesn't dangle as much, I'm like, I'm winning. And I'm going to share that with people. Okay. So this isn't about being perfect. Go ahead and plan your month. Get your list of your posts. I'll go ahead and put everything in the chat. I talked so much just now. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure you understood. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up just a little bit early because I have a meeting at 11. And then someone asked about the dates. You probably saw this in the chat. I was trying to make it an actual 21 days. And so September 7th to September 27th, just help me out and count it yourself. I feel like that's 21 days. So if I'm wrong, message me. I think that's right. And I will see you guys. Let me see. We're going to keep doing this Mondays and Wednesdays in September, but I might switch up the format a little bit so that we have a little bit more like work that we do between the 2 power hours. Okay, so I'll see you guys Wednesday. I think I put the graphic for the September power hours in the chat, but if not, I'll make sure I do that. I won't be gone, Leslie. I'm not actually going to go to Mexico. So sad. My husband had COVID a couple weeks ago and he's still not himself. And he's like, Jen, I cannot be social right now. So the submissive wife that I am, I decided to honor that. Okay, I will see you guys Wednesday.